Hey folks, welcome to video 2 on the Flyer class. We'll continue where we left off with the following methods. We're going to work on the flap method, the gravity method, the apply forces method, and the update method. And update will update the position. All right, the first method that we want to do is this one called forces that will take in some float, and we're going to apply Newton's second law here, which we'll use F equals ma, and we'll see Newton's second law looks like that. And if we just assume that we have a mass of 1, we can check the acceleration of our flyer by just adding a force to it. So we'll be assuming that the mass equals 1 in this project. You don't have to do that. Actually, you could make this a little more complicated in case you wanted to have a really massive bird. So we'll be applying forces, and all you have to do in this method is add a force to the acceleration. Remember that it started out as 0 up here. Right. And every time you use a force later in some other method, you'll be calling this method to update the acceleration. The update method is like what we use for our bouncy ball programs. First, you'll add an acceleration to the velocity. Then you add the velocity to the location. Then, this is an important note, you need to set the acceleration back to 0. Okay, if you don't do that, you get some really weird results. And I'm going to encourage you to try the constrain function. This will make things play a little bit better. You won't have huge velocities where the bird just immediately disappears off the top or the bottom of the screen. All right, I think the last two methods are the flap and the gravity method. Flap, if a key is pressed, and if it's coded, and if it's the up key, call the forces method with flap as the argument. Otherwise, do nothing. And to go over what is flap, well, in my case, I have set flap to be -5. So this will give it an upwards bump. That's what you've seen me doing with my demo code. All right, and then gravity, this will call the force of gravity, call the forces method with gravity as the argument. So we're just calling another method from within this class, and I have my gravity set to 0.2. So it's a smaller force than the flap. Okay, and I think that's it for, yeah, that's it for these methods for this assignment. The test code, I'll bring this one over. The test code looks like this, right? And this is what's going to be on the website. You just copy and paste it into your window. So you can just copy and paste this part into your main window of your program and delete everything else. And you'll have a flyer, and we've got display and update. So this is what my program looks like right now. Notice nothing's happening. That's because I have both flap and gravity commented out. And you'll want to uncomment these when you're ready to test them. So now it should fall. There it goes. And flap still doesn't work. But if I uncomment, okay, so now if I press the up arrow on my keyboard, I can make the aviator or the ball go upwards. And then it just goes off the bottom of the screen otherwise. This, by the way, what you're seeing, this is with the constrain variable used. If you don't constrain it, you get really huge accelerations. All right, that is your assignment for part 2 of the Flyer class. Good luck working on it.